Hello, this is Fred from Metal Ops. I have the flu, but I'm not totally ill, but I'm very happy to have the interview of a special guest today on Metal Ops TV and French channel on YouTube. This is Elisa from Ellereve. Hi, Elisa, how are you?
Hi. So nice to see you. I'm good. I'm busy these days, even though I'm not feeling very,
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of sick as you do the same. I love winter. It's a cozy time, so I'm good.
Yeah, what's your mood at this period of end of the year and Christmas, etc., etc.?
Well, I live here in Innsbruck, which is in
Yes.
Tyrol, in
Yeah.
Austria. The landscapes there is just stunning with snow. Everything's covered in snow, and I love winter, so
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this time of.
Okay. Okay, I'm ill, but I'm going to make this interview. No problem. Okay, let's go. Keep on like that. The year 20. So you don't play metal music, but I like your music, and I think we can find special emotions and mood, feelings common with metal music. You play, we can say, if people who don't know you, that's the goal also to make discover some different things, and you play a kind of dark rock, folk music, atmospherical music. I'm wrong. I'm right. Do you agree with this description?
No, I think it's definitely fits the mood of my music. It's dark and heavy, but also melancholic and soft and
Yeah.
atmospheric. I love this balance in music.
Okay. Okay. You don't put boundaries, limits in your creation, and a sticker, especially in your music when you create, when you compose music.
No, definitely not.
No.
It would limit my creativity, and yeah, I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm
Yeah.
not able to break out.
Hmm?
Yeah.
When exactly start Elrev? And why this name Elrev? It's French. It's French word.
Yes, so I was already curious because you're French and most of the people were like they're pronouncing it like Ellereve
Yeah.
because it is French if
Is
you
she?
write it
Yeah. It
differently.
means she dreams in French.
Yes,
It means she dreams.
and it's actually inspired by that meaning because I think yeah, I can really identify myself with the meaning and also the way I see and write music. But I wanted to create my own kind of word, like in terms of the how I write it, how it's written, and
Yeah.
how I'm pronouncing it, because it's pronounced as El Reef,
Ah. Okay.
and but it's definitely inspired by the French meaning. Yeah,
Okay.
and so yes.
And when did you start exactly this band? This solo project at first, but in fact you have a lineup and you tour. You have a band.
Um, it started in 2019.
Okay.
It was a time where my former band project called Varo
Ah, okay.
was about to yeah, to split, or mm, like I always had to wait for my musicians to go further and to go for the next steps, and I was tired of it and I wanted to be independent.
Ah,
So
okay.
I decided in 2019 that I would like to make my own project
Mhm.
where I will be able to do and make music whenever and wherever I want to.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is
Okay.
when I
And
started.
before, what kind of music did you play in the other band? You say
Bravo, yeah, it was. I think it was more commercial in a style of. It was still dark and it was still melancholic, but I think it has more pop influences.
Okay. Okay.
indie rock. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but you already four recordings, an EP, an album. If I'm right, if I reminiscence your first album, but before there was Heart Murmurs, an EP in 2020.
Yes. Mhm.
After Reminiscence, your first length studio album, Reminiscence, with a nice cover artwork. In general, they are all nice. Reverberation of the Soul, with a special artwork upside down. Reverberation of the Soul, another EP. And after this new one, Funeral Songs, released at the end of 2024.
Right.
But this year was very special, very busy. What's the balance sheet can you draw about this year? Because you toured, you play with Dornenreich, if I'm right, another Austrian band, more metal, but maybe, but at first, but you play with them in acoustic configuration. And we are going to speak about your recent show in Linz with my friends of Mesa and Coltaine. I don't know Coltaine, but it was a very busy year, 2024 for you.
Yeah, so at the end of 2023, I played my first acoustic show with Dornenreich.
Okay, okay.
And this is actually where the idea of making an acoustic album.
Okay, okay,
And at that moment, also some shows for 2024, so this year, were confirmed.
okay,
So I had in mind, like, I could drop my new album, which I'm working on right now, a full lineup album, or I could focus on the
okay.
acoustic stuff. I'm a very impatiently person, so actually I wanted to do everything at once, but that doesn't work.
You have to choose. Okay.
Yeah. So it was, yeah, clear, and it made more sense to focus on the acoustic stuff because as you mentioned, there is this tour. This tour happened with the VISION BLEAK and also Dornenreich, and so, and yeah, in spring I decided to record this acoustic album, Funeral Songs.
Okay.
And this happened through summer together with Chris, my acoustic guitarist, and
Yeah.
Johannes playing the cello. And we recorded everything by ourselves at home. Like, we sent ourselves the
Okay.
material. It was tough. My first time
Okay.
recording all by myself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So on Funeral Songs, so the lineup on Funeral Songs album, it's you on guitars, voice, and your other guitarist, and that's all.
And the cellist, Johannes on the cello.
And no percussions?
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's very softly, it's very sweet, but dark at the same time, melancholic funeral songs. But maybe you were still impregnated by your previous acoustic tour, like you said, with Dornenreich and after and later. So you were in this mood.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, most of the songs were songs of my
Yeah.
debut innocence. So it was still a big adventure, and it was exciting to rearrange these songs
Yeah.
acoustically.
Yeah.
But they were already written. Only two songs of funeral songs, like Irreversible and The Funeral.
And the
These
funeral at the end of the album, yeah, they are new. They are new
are
ones.
new songs which I've wrote for my second album now, which is
Okay.
coming this year.
Okay.
So I rearranged these two also acoustically. Yeah, I think this took most of the time, but because of the shows we've already played in autumn last year, we were prepared for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for you, Funeral Songs, it's a new second studio album, or it's more a compilation with two new songs, or
Yeah,
It's
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the same how I see it, how I would describe it.
yeah, compilation. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. But yeah, and I find very interesting. And but why funeral songs? Did you know this by your friends, your family? Maybe recently you were in this melancholic sadness feeling at this time. I don't know. Personal
Um,
emotions
yeah,
about death in your family.
no, it was because, as I already mentioned, that most of the songs were already written.
Yeah.
It didn't have the right to name this album completely new.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it was also inspired by the song "The Funeral." Like it's
Yeah.
something between
Ah, yeah.
funeral and also the mood. Like I don't know.
Okay.
It
Okay.
also a beginning sometimes, and like everything in my music, it's from light to dark, and from you know,
Okay.
from yeah,
Yeah.
beginnings and endings, and this is why I thought the funeral.
Okay, things. Okay, everything has an end. Sadly, in life on Earth. You are in touch with metal acts, metal bands. You speak before with Vision Bleak. We know very well in Metal Ops. I like very much the last album, Weird Tales, the Vision Bleak and Pyrium, Marcus Scholf, etc. You know these guys, and we speak about Dornenreich. You are close to metal bands, more metal bands.
Oh yeah, so when I was 13 years old, I would say the world of metal was open up for me, like the
Okay,
genre. So I'm very into that kind of music, but also I'm very yeah, I have a lot of different genres I'm listening to, from post rock to shoegaze to like
oh,
yeah, it's basically the same, but
oh
to
yeah.
black metal, to grunge, to doom,
Oh, okay.
to yeah, like
No trash, death, heavy metal. No,
oh
no.
no,
It's less your
except
cup of
for
tea. Okay.
death and trash and yeah, hard rock or heavy metal. That's not that
Ah,
kind of a
okay.
not my cup of
Ah,
tea.
yeah. Okay. In Austria, in Germany, you have a choice. Huh? Okay. Recently, you toured with. I said just before you make a special show. Excuse me, in Linz, in Austria, in the club Capu.
Capo, yeah.
Sorry for the accent. Huh? I don't speak
Oh,
German. It was in December, so more very recent, with two bands, Coltaine, more metal stuff, and Mesa from Italia. I know from Italy. I discovered them last year. I met them with Marco, etc., and fantastic band and human beings. So you are still friends? How was this show in Linz when you open? You open or you in? What was the lineup exactly of this evening? And do you remember this show? And are you still in touch with this band? We are more metal.
yeah, I was opening the show at that night. I've played for the third time now at Capo. It's a very lovely place. I love this venue and the people there.
Okay,
So I was already familiar with everything.
cool.
Coltaine are friends of mine, so they invited me to play with them.
Okay.
Yeah, and since I really love their music and Messa's music as well, of course, I
And you are
had to.
friends? You are friends with Mesa? You are still in touch now with Mesa?
Well, of course, we had a little chat
Okay,
backstage,
okay.
but as you know,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're playing a show,
yeah, yeah.
it's you have to be outside at the merch table. This is mostly the time where I spend, to be honest, because it was my last show of 2024, and it was also um, this full lineup show. I did not play acoustically, and
Yeah,
I really
Ah,
playing.
it was rock with your
Yeah,
Squire guitar. You played Squire guitar
yeah.
or something like that.
It was with drums and with my full lineup band.
Okay,
And yeah, so we hang out and at the merch table with the people there because there were a lot of people I know.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I love very much Mesa. I love very much you also, Ellereve. So you make a big work in the arrangements. I don't know if you understand the words, the arrangements to on funeral songs. To readapt these songs with a pure feeling. There is emotions in every track, so we can really discover your own songs and two new tracks like the funeral. We say so. You worked a lot in studio, to or in studio for the recording, the microphone, the atmosphere, the instruments. It's so pure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to be in the right mood.
Okay.
It was a benefit of recording myself because I could all most of the time I was able to decide when I want to record.
Okay. Okay.
So you don't have to depend on an appointment in a studio. Um, but yeah, definitely, it is it is very raw in terms of it is acoustic
Yeah,
and
it's by the acoustic. The sound
you
is
hear
very good.
everything. The focus is more on voice and the
Yeah,
mood and what
yeah.
you express.
There are no video about this about songs. If I'm right, no video shot for the one of these acoustic song of funeral songs. No.
No, that's not right. We shot last year in December, Colorblind, and also the empty chair on the lake Kochelsee. It's a mountain
Ah, yeah,
lake.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so these are songs of
Yeah.
funeral songs. I mean the
Okay.
album.
We can
Yeah.
find them on YouTube. Ah, okay, I believe there were just from the album previous album and there was no
They were
spec.
released before
Yeah,
the album was
yeah.
released.
Okay. The the visual, the artwork are very important, the aesthetics also in your music to create this atmosphere. It's very important for you to create
Oh yeah,
this light,
I'm
this mood, music and visually.
I'm a very visual person.
Yeah, in the nature, in Austria.
Yeah, I also enjoy expressing myself through photography
Yeah,
or video.
yeah.
And
Okay.
um, so both music and also the visual stuff
It-
one
yeah,
is one for me. Like it melts together, and I always have a vision of when I'm writing a song. I always have a vision of how I
yeah.
want to
No.
express this in a visual form.
A
Then.
complete vision as artist. Okay. And it's you who make all?
Yeah, 90%. I would say, of course, I have some support of
Yeah,
graphically stuff. Like
yeah.
I'm not very good in Photoshop or like
Okay.
in
Or in
doing
Zoom. Okay.
logo stuff, but the main ideas and also when I shooting videos,
Yeah.
it's the mood, the storyboard is written by myself.
Okay. Okay.
If I would be able, I would also film everything by myself, but it's not easy to
Do
be a
it you
performer.
yeah. Do
Uh,
it yourself, but sometimes it's yeah, it's limited.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. What are the plans for 2025 before to conclude? Maybe so more electric stuff in reaction to the acoustic stuff, and sometimes it's like that. What can we expect from you and no other live show and rock show? Because I know you play on Fender, Squire guitars, electric. You can do all, in fact.
Well, I launched a crowdfunding campaign in
Okay.
September to cover the production costs for my album I'm working on right now. So, as an independent artist, it's always hard
Yeah.
to cover all the costs by yourself.
On
Like,
Patreon, the crowdfunding is it on Patreon or where?
no, it's called Start Next.
Okay.
The crowdfunding. I have exclusive merch there, so
Okay.
check it out. Check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I will put the link on the description
Yeah.
of this video. Okay.
So
And this new album will be more electric or?
yeah, so the album is definitely not what you would have expected.
Okay. Surprise.
Like
Okay.
it's I can tell there are two collaborations with some like guest vocals of some artists I really love. And there are also in the drumming, like there are blast beats in the
Oh,
songs, but it still has this kind of always like I'm how do you say, I will always keep my focus on what I've told you before.
yeah.
It's important for me that um I'm able to create something I really feel, and like my a lot of my music styles, they melt together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think this is uh, what you definitely can hear in this record. Um, yeah, so it's not acoustic, and it's definitely heavier than Reminiscence. Yeah.
Okay. Can we expect a cover song maybe from Tori Amos, maybe in influence of you?
Tori Amos,
No,
yeah, it wasn't a proper influence for this
no.
album.
Okay. Okay. No covers. Okay. And the two guests, who will be the two guests? Secret?
Ah, yeah, no, I can't
Okay.
reveal that.
Okay. Okay. But check it out, your news in 2025, and good luck. So I recall Funeral Songs is already available. And so you have a crowdfunding for your next album. And we are waiting for it, this really second studio album
Yep.
for 2020. And on his same label, on Eisenwald.
Yes, it will be out through Eisenwald.
Okay. I thank you very much, and I let you. I thank
Thank
you very, very much, Elisa, for your
you.
collaboration. And I know it's not easy when you don't speak English, when you are ill, etc., etc. But that's life. And thank you very much for your effort to
Thank
be
you.
here.
Have
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.